Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, November the 4th, 2025. And the key questions are the DGB pumping 25%. Is that a signal of more to come in DGB up nearly 50% in 2 days? Is that a sign alt season 3.0 is underway? Is Bitcoin dominance about to reverse? The Bitcoin price is down 4.5%. Ethereum is down 5%. Does that mean the Bitcoin price is going to 74,000 and micro strategies are going to have very uncomfortable conversations from the lenders? Is Ethereum going back down to 2,000? Is this an alt season manipulated 50 to 75% dump along with the rest of the crypto before the great reversal and the next leg up to the upside? This was everything we're going to cover today, and you need to stick in and watch this video, and we're going to cover it all to keep you out ahead of the ever-breaking, changing cryptocurrency market. And if we look into the Bitcoin price, you can see something we've been warning, talking, and hollering out the treetops that this could have been the big reversal here when we tagged that all-time high from 126 and reversed all the way down to the wick low of 107 almost a month ago this Friday. And we said, what if the market and the manipulators know more than we do, and they do, that they knew and they thought and they seen and were confirmed right, that everybody in the retail, social media, the mainstream, the whole hoopla on crypto were buying this as the manipulated liquidation to get all the leverage out, and that was go time, that was buy time, that was go all in and let's roll. And I was trying to warn and trying to tell you guys, everybody is thinking we're going into another holiday season rally like the last 3 years have been, and this would be number 4. But what if that wasn't the case? Because everybody is seeing it now. And you can see here we're having that bearish cross. The 50 is on top of the 100-day in the daily, and it's going to cross it today. It's probably going to have a golden bearish cross. We told you that 200-day moving average, and I can only tell you and stress this enough. We went over that, this whole area here. If we came back down after that last run up to the 200-day, we wouldn't hold it, and we would slip all the way down to the 50-day moving average in the weekly time frame at 95,700, and that's where we're going now, right? We could have some trading back up here in the short term, but before we make any other move to the upside, like going back to 112, we're coming down here. We're going to hit this 50-day in the weekly time frame. It's a done deal. Then the question becomes, is that it? And the sell-off is over, because that would already be a pretty harsh correction from the new all-time high. That's a 24% move to the downside. Is that it? And then we have the nice rally, which there will be a rally, and we're warning you this right now, and I can't stress this enough. There will be a rally here. How high it comes up? Will it be the end of the dump? Nobody will know until the move plays out a little bit farther, but you would have to get back above, which would be a falling, crashing 50, 100, and then by then lowering 200-day, and you would have to hold above that to confirm bullish, right? Because then on a retest, if you break this 95,000, these are where what we were talking about in the intro, where the uncomfortable conversations like a micro strategy that just bought more Bitcoin and has brought his average price up near 73 to $74,000, that would be getting nervous right there. He would be getting uh impatient and sweating and sleepless nights, even if he might put a persona that he doesn't believe that. He would be. So would a lot of these other quasi Bitcoin treasuries that started after Bitcoin hit 100,000 back in a year ago for the first time. And then they really went all in at the end of last year and through the first half of this year. They're going to be underwater anything below 100 grand, right? What if it gets down there and stays there? And then what if it actually goes down to the 200-day in the weekly, which is very plausible and would be very healthy and very normal in the market cycle of Bitcoin, going from this massive euphoric high and having a 51% correction. That's normal in the Bitcoin bullish and bearish cycles. So we've been warning this. I've been trying to keep you out ahead of this as much as I can, because you guys are your own people and the market is its own thing. I can only show you what I'm personally doing and my own personal beliefs, because I am not a financial advisor, nor would I ever tell you to buy, sell, or trade anything, right? I'm only showing you and sharing with you my journey to becoming an asset millionaire. If you would like to support that and support the page, this has always been and will continue to be free for you, the audience. It is $3.99 a month, video description and or the pinned comments. Join Jabroni Killers, help support the channel. They let us build, grow, and expand this channel. and continue what we're doing and giving you value. And if you get any value out of this, that is the way to support me. Become members of Jabroni Killers. It's just cheap and starts at $3.99 a month. You can see we broken down and confirmed below the 4107 now. And we told you we wouldn't hold the 200. We would go back to the 3466, probably find some support somewhere around there. But eventually we circled 3068. We think you're going there. We talked about this in the intro, and we think it's probably going there. And I don't want to say it's coming down here, because that's a long way and there would be a lot of things that have to happen. But that is possible down here, a retest to 1778. 1798. But I think at the very minimum, we're coming to 3068, and that's a critical support level, because if you fell through that, you don't have any other support till you get down here to $2,500, right? So these are a critical support, green support and resistance box. I would think at some point you would get some buyers around the top part of this box to trade around before you ended up coming down there, right? But that's where I do think you're going, and we're going to continue to follow that. We're going to look at the XLM real quick. You can see the XLM. We told you it would fall down to the 50-day moving average, the 100-day, excuse me, the 100-day moving average in the weekly time frame if you didn't hold the 31 cents or the 50 in the weekly. And you've had the bearish cross. You just had the golden bearish cross. You can see now where the 50 is below the 200 in the daily. You can see the 100-day is going to get below the longer-term moving average too. We told you it was coming down here to 25 cents. And just like we were harping on in the intro, we had this big liquidation in these altcoins, 50 to 60%. Now, everybody bought in the hype and thought that was the low and we weren't going to retest anywhere near that wick. But I've been telling you, since that day, what if the play is it's coming all the way down and then it's going to come all the way down and retest these wicks? And that's a 17 cents. What if it goes 14 cents or even 7 cents? And right now we're going to the 25 cents. And I do believe now we're going to 21 cents. And XLM, could there be and will there be bounces? Bounce before you go down, bounce. Yes, there will be bounces. It's not just going to drop like a rock straight there. I wouldn't anticipate that. There will be bounces. You could hit this in a day or two, and then for the next week, trade like this. And then in 2 weeks, we're talking and we're down here, right? I just know we're going to end up down here before we break any new highs. And I was trying to warn you of this. The same thing in the XRP. You're now following this where we circled yesterday. And notice how quickly you've knifed through that. Yesterday's candle, you tested it, bounced back up, and today you've blown through it. You're coming straight down to the $1.77 or the 100-day moving average in the weekly time frame, right? And we've been telling you and we've been stressing and been harping at the rooftops that this was probably going to happen, and that this wick, I believed, wasn't the wick that to go all in on. And you can see that was a 57%. But from the top, look how quick, and this is the part of the lack of liquidity in crypto that I could not keep large percentage of my portfolio long term into it. Small amounts, yes, large amounts, no. 65.13% in a matter of a half an hour, right? And now you can see this is coming down to the 177 and potentially coming down to the 200 day after. And this is what we were warning about. It's November and we're well into November now. We're almost a week in, and November is starting out in the dump, the exact opposite of the holiday pump. But the DGB has been oversold so long, and this is one of the ones that maybe is showing where bottoms could be. You can see one of two things are going to happen. We've been at the all-time low now for about 2 years, bouncing on and off it, and now we just went up in the matter of 24 hours. We've appreciated, for anybody that got that or been buying the support, 94%. Now the question is this going to sell it all back and end up back where it started and maybe lower at that wick? Or is this going to be something now where the volume keeps coming in each day stronger? We start holding some support, and maybe we can actually, because we've been so oversold and never really had a rally the last year, maybe we're going to start to actually have that rally here and hit some of these targets. The key is watch the volume. You can see we had one day it started green, second day higher, much higher volume, third day higher volume. Today it looks like we're going to overtake that volume. And as long as these candlesticks in the daily continue up, this pump can continue to the upside. So if we can continue to stay over the 0.00838, as you know, that's our critical area. And I do have 180,000 of these things. 0.022, which is a big move, would be your next major upper resistance, right? AMP is another one that's, I'm very bullish on AMP and DGB. I have over 1 million of these, right? And I think next year, 2026, and our track says we should be bottoming out around now and starting to turn a corner in fall of 2025 into winter and early the first half of 2026, right? And I think that's going to happen. And AMP, could this be DGB be showing what AMP's about to do? Because it's been some of the most suppressed, that it's about to bounce up and it's about to take off to the upside, maybe do a 100% move from a swing low to a swing high right now. That's plausible, that's possible, and that's something that I'm going to be watching out for you. And we are very bullish. I am very bullish on AMP and DGB going into the long term. Um, but today's been very bearish. It's been very bearish in the gold and silver bullion market. You can see gold back below 4,000, silver's below 48. The mining stocks have given back 15 to 20% from their peaks uh, 3.5 weeks ago. So if you haven't bought any of the gold and silver mining stocks, now might be a good time. Even the stock market had a bit of a correction today. Everything's down. Oil is still down, which I can't believe. It's incredible. Oil is low, and the dollar has been rallying the last few days. We'll see if this can continue. Like the channel, subscribe. We're going to continue to push this thing forward. Peace and love. The Rock's Eyebrow. Yay.